Damn, damn, damn.
Welcome to Life After the Stroke. When I heard the noise, I turned to face Cutie. Cutie was already on the floor, along with blood. She was crying, I was screaming, I was frantic. Because of the blood, I ran to get the nice nurse because I did not where the blood was from. When the nurse came, she tried to calm Cutie. We searched where the blood was from. The blood was from the back of Cutie's head. When Cutie rolled off the bed, she hit the back of head at the edge of the night table. The nurse placed warm compress on 2 wounds. It was a lot of blood due to Cutie's medication of Plavix, and she was taking aspirin. Her blood pressure was 175/100 because of me acting hysterical. I calmed myself and I apologized to her, and I gave her a kiss and a hug. Cutie's blood pressure was back to normal at 130/66. Because of bump, there was a possible of concussion, so Cutie was sent to the very hospital we feared. Of course, I went with her in the ambulance. Around 7:50 p.m., we were in the emergency room. The bleeding stopped. One of the nurses put cold compress on the bump. 2 or 3 hours, Cutie has CT scan, MRI, and X-rays done. 1 hour after that, the doctor told me that she had no broken bones, no concussion, and no new stroke. We were okay to return back to the rehabilitation facility. The doctor said there would be EMT to send us back. Cutie has chest congestion. She was cold and she was ready to go home. She did not want to go to the facility. I told her, don't worry, tomorrow we would be home. Cutie must have known something I didn't. We waited 2 more hours. No one came. As we were waiting, there was paperwork attached to the bed, which was given by the nurse at the facility to the EMT. I remembered that a EMT signaled me to look at the papers, but with all the chaos, I did not read it until we were waiting. That damn facility discharged Cutie. In other words, we were not getting transportation. Once I read that, I hid the paperwork. I called for an administrator for transportation anyway. She said there was no assigned transportation for Cutie's return, and maybe there would be one in 8 hours. I called the facility. The shift had changed, so I got the mean nurse, and she said that she can't get transportation and do not to bring Cutie back. Therefore, I asked the discharge nurse to be discharged, and I would accept responsibility. I grabbed 2 blankets, covered Cutie from shoulder to feet. She had no shoe but the hospital socks, so I gave her my thick socks. We were out the hospital into the taxi. The taxi went to the facility. I passed the mean nurse, grabbed all the bags, luggage, passed that nurse again, and left the facility. Cutie saw me, the luggage. She was happy. She kept saying, thank you, thank you. Mind you, she barely said a word during the stay at the facility. The cab driver drove us home. Although you see a picture with a wheelchair, we did not have any wheelchair, so I carried her 18 steps to her bedroom. By the time we were up the steps, we collapsed on top of the stairs for 1 hour. This was 3 a.m. Comment on, would you broke out the hospital like I did? This is life after the stroke. Come back to see what happened next.